Takayama, aka Hida Takayama, and the surrounding area boast traditional architecture, opulent festivals, and a range of the best mountains and onsen in Japan. Widely considered Gifu's crown jewel, Takayama is a fantastic destination surrounded by the scenic alpine countryside of the Japan Alps. A destination in itself, Takayama is also an excellent base from which to explore the Japan Alps and the surrounding Hida area. The heart of the city, the Sanmachi area of preserved buildings, attracts tourists from all over the country. You could spend an entire day wandering these old streets, buying souvenirs from the many craft shops, sampling local tea, and digging into local treats like Wagyu sushi. There are 2 morning markets where merchants set up their stalls each day, selling local produce and artisanal craftworks. Takayama is also a haven for history buffs. Hida Folk Village preserves more than 30 historic buildings from the Hida area, including traditional homes with thatched roofs, some steep-angled in the local Gasozukuri style. Takayama Matsuri Yutai Kaikan displays 4 of the ornately decorated floats that grace the streets during the town-wide festivals. Hida Takayama Town Museum tells the story of Takayama's founding and development, with exhibits on art and writers associated with the town. Takayama is also the western gateway to hiking destinations in the Japan Alps. Kamikochi, Mount Norikura, and Mount Hakusan are all favorite spots for climbers and nature photographers alike, with stunning waterfalls and lakes around the base of the mountains. Another option is the Shinhotaka Ropeway, which takes visitors 2,156 meters above sea level, for views from above the clouds. 50 minutes by bus north of Takayama is Shirakawago, a UNESCO World Heritage Site where visitors can wander around verdant gardens and carp-filled ponds. Many of the traditional Gasozukuri houses are open to the public, and a few function as inns. An hour south of Takayama, Jero Onsen is a renowned hot spring resort. Charlie Chaplin visited here, and his statue stands to commemorate the event. There are 3 public baths, and the private ones attached to hotels and ryokan are open to the public at certain times of the day. Hida Folk Village, or Hida no Sato, is an open-air museum exhibiting over 30 traditional houses from the Hida region, the mountainous district of Gifu Prefecture around Takayama. The houses were built during the Edo period and were relocated from their original locations to create the museum in 1971. In a village-like atmosphere, the museum features buildings such as a former village head's house, logging huts, storehouses, and a number of gasozukuri farmhouses, which are named after their steep thatched roofs resembling a pair of hands joined in prayer, gasho. They were moved here from nearby Shirakawago, where gasozukuri houses are the reason for the region's World Heritage status. All exhibited buildings at the Hida Folk Village are carefully preserved and open for exploration. They have unique wooden architecture and exhibit tools and utensils used in everyday life in the past. Interestingly, the building's indoor fireplaces are lit every morning, making this outstanding open-air museum a treat not only for the eyes, but also for the nose. Within the complex is Takayama Crafts Experience Center, where workshops on local handicrafts are given. For a fee of 700 to 1800 yen, visitors can learn how to make crafts such as beaded keychains, sarabobo dolls, a popular local doll, ceramic cups or glass wind chimes, and take them home as souvenirs. Workshops last 15 to 60 minutes, and reservations are not required. There are also a number of small houses in the craft area where craftsmen are on site each day displaying their work. Visitors are able to watch as they create their masterpieces, as well as shop for something to take home. The Arai House was located along the Kotori River west of Takayama. It was located between narrow rice paddies, with mountains looming behind it. It is estimated to have been built in the late Edo period, and in 1910, the roof was remodeled to withstand 2 meters of snow by replacing the rafters with 4-inch rafters. It is clear that in a snowy and cold region, horses were treated as importantly as family members. Climbing the stairs from the living area, the second floor is a large single-room space where silkworms were raised. The Nakayaba house has low eaves and a gently sloped shingled roof with stones on it. In the house, an earthen floor occupies most of the space, where the family had meals and did various kinds of work. There has always been fire and fireplaces in the village, not only to enhance the atmosphere of the olden days, but also to keep the houses in a good state. Smoke from the fireplaces protects the houses from insects, keeps the straw and vine ropes tight, and gives the house moderate moisture. The Wakayama house is representative gasozukuri-style house with a steep rafter roof. The ground floor was built by carpenters, and the upper floors were constructed by the village people. It took the village people 4 days to make the thatched roof, which is said to last 40 to 60 years. The fire at the hearth is always lit, because the smoke is very important for preserving the house in a good state, protects it from harmful insects, and keeps the ropes tight.
Na 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 hey na 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 na, hey, na 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 na, na 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 na, hey, na 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 na, na 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 na, hey, na 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 na, na na na.
As this family had been the village head for generations, the Taguchi house has a considerable numbers of rooms and 3 fireplaces where village people once had gatherings and meetings. This house was originally built in the southern part of the Hida district, where they had less snowfall. Therefore, the passageway was built outside the sliding rain doors, and this style is unusual in the Takayama area, where the snow is heavy. One of the characteristics of the Hozumi house is its unique construction of gabled bay windows on the sides of the house from which the family took daylight and fresh air. A collection of sledges is on display in this house. Sledges were the most important vehicles for transportation in snow country in the old days. They were developed in close relation with the quality of snow. Oxen were used to pull the sledges for transporting things in snow. The Michigami house stood in the northernmost area of Hida, near the border of Hida and Eku, present Toyama Prefecture. Therefore the style of this house is more like the farmers' houses of Toyama. When you look at the sides of this house, you may find something different from the other houses. The bottom of the roof was cut off. This is because people tried to get more sunlight into the house for the silkworm nursery on the upper floor. An interesting feature of the Yoshizane house is that it has supports which were made from the forks of chestnut trees. They, and the very large pillars, prevented this house from being damaged by the big earthquake of 1858, which registered a magnitude of 7 on the Richter scale. Although many houses were destroyed by the earthquake, the Yoshizane's house only slid about 1 meter. The Tomita House was built along the main transportation route of Hida, and was a successful way station in those days. The main form of transportation was with oxen and horses. The veranda was open so that weary travelers could rest here. The Maeda House is of the Kamihonambu style, and has a unique layout with a single entrance for pedestrians to enter and exit. It is a well-balanced building made entirely of cypress, and features 6 rooms in a row. The date and location of the Tanaka House's construction are unknown, but it was used as a rice building to manage tenant farming in the Mid-Edo period. Axe marks from before the Mid-Edo period can be seen on the pillars and floorboards. This simple house conveys the look of farmhouses in the Takayama Basin in the modern Edo period. Constructed as the priest's quarters for Renjuji Temple in Kajura Village, the Nishioka House has a huge rafter beam. The one-ken sashidashi in the front was added later to serve as the priest's quarters. This house was originally located at the northern end of Shirakawa-go village. The second floor displays Shokawa's collection of sericulture tools, and the first floor displays a collection of footwear.